Hello, I am Masao Yokota. First of all, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to Professor Machiko Fukuhara and Dr. Naoki Asatsuma for having been invited to ICP Regional Conference in Tokyo 2022. Japanese manga and anime are well known in the world. However, there are a few psychological studies on manga and anime in Japan. This time, I want to talk about Japanese manga, anime, and clinical psychology. I'm a project professor of Nihon University. My major is clinical psychology and the study of animation. I'm a former president of Japanese Union of Psychological Associations, now board of Japanese Psychological Association, and former president of Japan Society for Animation Studies. Both manga and anime have a complicated story. The age of a protagonist is as almost same as the age of modern kids who enjoy manga and anime. The characters are very attractive for them. The protagonist of manga and anime usually has an extraordinary shock experiences to make him unconscious. After the protagonist passes through his unconscious state, he becomes a hero. I named the unconscious progress of the protagonist the valley of emotion. The protagonist has the destructive emotional shock to make him unconscious. Becoming unconscious means to fall into the valley of emotion. There is a place to protect him at the bottom of the valley of emotion. His friends comes into the bottom of the emotion to save him. The protagonist notices his vocation by a conversation with his friend at the bottom of the valley of emotion and comes back to the real and the hero. I want to explain the valley of emotion using following manga and anime as examples. One of them is great hit animation Armageddon. The other is great hit manga Attack on Titan. Animation Armageddon was released in 1983. The story is based on manga Armageddon in 1967. A heroine, Princess Luna, who has a psychic power, anticipates that the destroyer Gemma, who will come from the universe for complete extinction of the Earth. She wants to recruit psychic soldiers to save the Earth. One of potential psychic soldiers is a high school student, Azuma Jo. Her psychic power makes his potential psychic power release. Joe suddenly notices he had a strong psychic power to destroy objects and is certain of defeating the Gemma. He starts to fight against the vision of Gemma that Luna shows him and believes that he had been defeated by it. After fighting against the vision of Gemma, he has been unconscious, as same as on the manga. Joe becomes younger and younger in his unconscious world. He is escaping from the fearful image that comes after and jumps into his elder sister as a little boy. His elder sister sits in Japanese-style room that is a place to protect him. She folds the little boy on her knee. He feels safe. He is mentally protected both the room and his elder sister. Writing Luna's spirit comes into Joe's unconscious world from outside and stands against the little boy. Luna starts to talk to him. She tells him not to hide behind his elder sister. And she says that if he keeps hiding, he would be mentally broken down for his full life. Joe changes his body from the little boy to the young and touches her hand. And then he awakes as same as the manga. Joe regresses to the little boy and the unconscious. There is a place where the little boy is protected by his elder sister. Luna's spirit comes to his unconscious world to save him. Joe understands his vocation by conversation with her. This is a figure of the valley of emotion of Armageddon. An upper dotted line shows a conscious level. A solid narrow arrow indicates that Joe's ego comes down to the bottom of the valley. 3 white arrows are episodes that Joe has. They are the shocked experience, regressing to the little boy, and the elder sister holding him. Joe sees Luna at the bottom of the valley. The next example is manga Attack on Titan. This manga is a great hit from 2009 to 2021. The anime series of Attack on Titan based on manga is not completed now, but also a great hit. The protagonist boy, Eren, lives in a city inside of great walls. One day, a huge titan breaks walls and many titans comes into the city. A titan grasps and swallows his mother. Eren, who is humped by a soldier, keeps watching his mother swallowed by the titan, escaping from the titan. After traumatic happening, Eren joins in the soldier training course to fight against titans. When he finishes his training course, titans comes inside of great walls to swallow citizens again. Eren and his company are sent away to fight against titans. He believes to be able to kill all of titans. However, soon after starting fighting against titans, he is swallowed by a titan, by contraries. He gives a shout to kill all of Titans and sinks gastric juice in the stomach of the Titan. Soon after, strangely, he changed his body into a Titan and appears from inside of the Titan who has swallowed him. Ellen's Titan without consciousness can attack to the other Titans by his instinct urge to kill all of them. However, Ellen's Titan has exhausted and lies down on the ground. He is completely unconscious. However, Ellen sees his mother alive in the kitchen in his house with him and unconscious. The strong shock makes Ellen not only unconscious, that is, the valley of emotion, but also transform himself into the Titan. There is a room in which his mother is alive with him. This means that there is a safe place at the bottom of the valley of emotion. His friend comes into the valley of emotion. He calls to Ellen outside of the window of the house. And Ellen notices him and recovers from the valley of emotion. This is the figure of the valley of emotion of attack on Titan. An upper dotted line shows a conscious level. A narrow solid arrow indicates that Ellen's ego comes down to the bottom of the valley. 3 wide arrows are episodes that Ellen had. They are the near-death experience, becoming the Titan, and the kitchen in which Ellen stayed with his mother. Ellen sees his friend at the bottom of the valley. There is the other episode of manga Attack on Titan from volume 30 in 2019. Ellen's head is suddenly cut down by a bullet. His mind is fragmented into many pieces of memories. He notices that he has come to another world. He sees a girl who has lived for 2,000 years in the mythical world. She is the origin of Titans. He talks to her, and then he strangely becomes a huge Titan from his head. Ellen gets extraordinary shock such as the near-death experience that make him come into the other world. In the other world, he sees the girl of the root of Titans. Thus, he sees the girl at the bottom of the valley of emotion. And he understands the reason why Titan exists. These happenings makes Ellen's body change into the huge Titan in the real. What is related to the progress of the valley of emotion? The similar psychological state of the valley of emotion seems to be the near-death experience and the schizophrenic states. I think that C.G. Jung's vision during his near-death experience is similar to the valley of emotion. According to Jung's memories, dreams, reflections, he had a near-death experience in 1944 by a heart attack and experienced vision in a state of unconsciousness. He recognized himself too high up in space. He saw the globe of the earth far below in a blue light. After a little later, he turned around and saw something new. That was a tremendous dark block of stone in space. There was an entrance to let him into a small antechamber. A black Hindu sat silently on stone bench. When he approached to the entrance into the rock, he had a feeling that everything was being sloughed away. And then he saw an image that floated up from the direction of Europe. It was his Dr. H, framed by a golden chain. Dr. H had been delegated by the earth and delivered a message to him. Dr. H told him not to go away and that he had no right to leave the earth. At the moment when he heard Dr. H's message, his vision ceased. The rock had an entrance and the black Hindu sat at the antechamber. On the other hand, Joe's elder sister of Hamagedon sit on the floor in the living room. Dr. H, framed by the golden chain, is the same as brightening lunar spirit in front of Joe. Schizophrenic patients are first perplexed by emotional high tension. They sometimes feel an uneasy atmosphere such that the world will be destroyed. This uneasy atmosphere is very similar to the situation that Ellen is swallowed by the Titan. The following stage, patients developed delusions that make atmosphere have concrete meanings and only related to patients themselves. Ellen transformed his body into the Titan. This seems to be equivalent to have the delusion of the Titan. I have studied drawing of schizophrenic patients since 1986. I have used a drawing test named as Kusamura test in Japanese. Kusamura means grass. On Kusamura test, patients were instructed to draw themselves of looking for a 500 yen coin lost on the grass. As schizophrenic patients have constructive disorders, they may not draw an integrative scene of the person, the 500 yen coin, and the grass, but draw them separately. Schizophrenic patients sometimes show specific drawings such as transformation and fragmentation. This is an example of transformation on Kusamura test. A person changed to a monkey. This picture on Kusamura test shows that an eye, a finger, and a 500 yen coin are fragmented. Schizophrenic patients sometimes drew the person like the monkey. There are several types of fragmentation on drawing of schizophrenic patients. Parts of human body might be independently drawn. There is a schizophrenic patient who drew himself as a god. He was suffering from the delusion that he was Jesus Christ. He drew a face of Jesus Christ in setting of free drawing like this picture. He wrote Jesus Christ down in Japanese by the face. The same face of Jesus Christ was drawn on camera test. Schizophrenic drawings sometimes show transformation and fragmentation. The example of transformation is that Ellen of Attack on Titan becomes the Titan. Fragmentation of memories appears at a time when Ellen's head is cut down by the bullet. Transformation of becoming the god is shown on seeing that Ellen sees the girl of the root of Titans who has lived for 2,000 years. The root of Titans looks like the god. This means that Ellen also seems to be the god. Therefore, some episodes of manga are correspondence with characteristic of schizophrenic drawings. As the schizophrenic patients get well, they may draw more constructive scene of the person, 500 yen coin, and the grass on camera test. On the other hand, the protagonist of manga and anime completely recovers through the ballet of emotion. For example, Ellen's body is completely recovered. The protagonist of manga and anime completely recovers through the ballet of emotion. It is necessary for him to see the other at the bottom of the ballet or before recovering. This indicates that one of the most important features to show a close connection between the protagonist and the other who plays a therapeutic role. The therapeutic image first appeared on manga Armageddon in 1967. Since then, Japanese audiences have kept enjoying the therapeutic relationship between the protagonist and the other at the bottom of ballet of emotion. If you have any questions, please contact me. Thank you for listening. Let's move Q&A session.